What? Where's old Joyce? Went to the village on the coast, officer. See you there. Joyce, says the note on the post. Oh, okay, so we can see her somewhere relatively close by. I wonder if we can use her boat to get over to the other side. So hello, Cindy. I forgot to come up to see you, and that is exactly what we're going to do, because I want a piece of that armor. Because that means we're going to become a physical god, and I won't even need to try anything. I'm going to assume you're not the terrifying lady, right? You're not Pigs. You're not the girl, the old lady trying to kill me. What's this? Someone has torn down the wall. That's a new occurrence, right? The sea below looks cold and winter grey. Well, what's here? An old grocery list is on the table. And checks. What happened here? You can't foreclose on an apartment with a hole in the wall. It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, nothing of great value remains in here. Except the stuff in the fridge. Indeed. What? That didn't tell us what we had in here. Some drugs and 20 cents? What the fuck? I don't understand. What the fuck was the point in that? Okay. Sure. Out to the balcony we go. I wonder if that's... Hold on. That's not the apartment of the dude we found dead, right? Because that is another thing I need to do in the apartment complex that I forgot about. But first, Cindy. Give me the armor, please.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Piss, flower, and fuck the world send their best. I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners. The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness. Yeah, they seem to hold you in high esteem. They'll never be skulls, but, she softens, their hearts are in the right place. Can I be a skull? Fat chance, but you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood. And how's that? She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something up in the distance. Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. In Martinez? No gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulchre. We'll paint it red. We'll bring the raucous. You bring the sirens. What is it, these skulls and cooperation? They have to be the nicest violent street gang in Revershore West. Do you have any idea what happened to the hangman's armor? What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells? Isn't armor, art for the body? Alright, Piggy, I'll give you this one. It's a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Like, cute as hell. Could that girl have been Little Lily? It's not a bad place to start. I know a girl in the village, Little Lily. Could have been her. Small kid with giant white armored hands. If you've seen one of them, you've seen them all. There weren't any other small girls in the village. I'll catch you later, Cindy. Thank you. But where is that other, apartment? I guess it's... I imagine it's not one of the inside ones. I feel like we've been around all the inside ones. I think it must be one on the other outside balcony. Except maybe I can ask you.
Give me a moment.
I'm looking for Billy Majan. Do you know where she lives? She narrows her pale grey eyes. It's about Victor, isn't it? It's always about Victor with her. You'll find the Majan's apartment in apartment 20 upstairs. One of the doors on the balcony. Well, thank you. I'm off. This is going to be hard. We haven't had to give the bad news to anyone yet. Which is very surprising in a game about, you know, being a detective. One of the most emotionally fucking games I have played. Well, of 2019, really. Which one's 20? Is it this one? It sure is. A weathered brown door. Number reads 20. Lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock. It's the right door. You already know it's the right door. This is going to be so hard. Don't knock. Just leave. You don't need to do this. You don't need to sad it up. Hold on, Kim. We should discuss this before we move on. What should we expect? You're right. Let's talk this through. He looks at the apartment door and lowers his voice a bit. We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Majon. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary. Do you have any advice on how to tell her he's dead? Just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't. Good advice. What if I don't want to do this? Yes, it's hard. He stares at the front door for a moment, his face still. But there is no easy way to handle this information. It just has to happen. As soon as possible. Alright. I think I'm ready. Kim motions towards the door.
Who is it?
A voice calls out from the other side of the door. Look at the lieutenant first. He gives you a short, encouraging nod. Well, I feel much better now. Is this Billy Majon's home? This is the police. Please open the door.
A moment, please. Give us a moment.
You hear shuffling inside.
Come in. The door
There's
is
fear
open.
in her voice. Oh, I didn't expect this. I thought you were going to come out. Comes very... Okay, never mind. I was about to say they never come into the house. They always come into the house. What am I talking about? It's on your own, huh? Should probably put away the sword. It's probably a little bit insensitive. So is the giant multi-tool, but we'll deal with that later. Oh my god, you have a kid! Posters of contemporary pop stars adorn the walls. The clock is ticking away with an odd cheerfulness. Its ticking makes you anxious. Rings hollow in the room. A textbook for high school. Mathematics. Trigonometry, mostly. Can't really go any further in there, huh? This music, man. Really pretty. Some leftovers kept warm on a stove top. And windows covered in old newspaper clippings. Can't they afford curtains?
It's you from the bookstand.
Jesus.
Did you come to bring my cockatoo back?
She smiles nervously, before the smile vanishes from her
introduce
face.
Myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Or tea, lemonade, or out of coffee?
She looks around. She looks around in the kitchen. Fuck me, after all this, after all the bullshit I put you through. I was actually right. The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here. Condensation from stepping inside. He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead? Thanks, but I'm alright. Is this about Victor? My husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come and pick him up in the station if that's what... She stops, her eyes trying to read answers from your face. Something changes in her expression. No, this is something much worse. Is he in hospital? How bad is it? How about some small talk before you break the news? Definitely no small talk. This isn't the time or the place. Oh man, we're good at this. Don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up. Ah, you've done this before. Keep your focus. Oh, do I just say he's dead? Like that? Yes, it's the most important thing. Use that word. No euphemisms. It's what you came here for. Ma'am, I'm very sorry to say, but your husband Victor Majon was found dead on the Martinez boardwalk. She blinks. What did you say? Your husband Victor Majon is dead. I'm very sorry for your loss, ma'am. Oh. She touches her neck. Eyes pale like pearls in seawater. Oh. But he was just... She looks at the kitchen table, where 2 cigarette butts are still in the tray. But he was just here. Alive. We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. Take your time, ma'am. What happened to him? She turns to you. Her neck and cheeks covered in red blotches. Her double chin is shaking. Still early to say, but at first glance it seems he slipped and hit his head. Or it was an accident. He fell through a hole in the boardwalk and hit his head. She wants finality. Was he drunk? Alcohol may have played a role, yes. I see. She withdraws, trying to picture the scene. And you just found him there, lying in the cold. How long had he been there? If you say 2 days, maybe it will be etched in her mind forever. It's hard to say at this point. She blinks, eyes welling up with tears, as her hand starts searching for something from the pockets of her dress. Yeah. Kim takes out his handkerchief and offers it to the woman. She nods and slowly wipes away her tears. Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend? A family member? Someone who could be there for you? No, she breathes in. I just need to tell my girls. The air gets sucked out of her lungs suddenly. Unreal. God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home? No. A day. No, take a day to recover. You'll be better prepared when they come home tomorrow. Good. That's probably the right thing. Thank you. She nods with a wretched expression. Just tell me. What do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him? We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number, in case you want to contact him earlier. A very good call. He hands her a leaflet with the morgue's contact information. Is there anything else that the RCM can do for you? No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still... She rubs her face, runs her fingers over cheeks that have become numb. Thank you. She looks down. Thank you for telling me. Oh, Gorliff. She runs out of breath. Again. I'm very sorry, ma'am. The lieutenant nods at the woman, then looks back at you, his voice lowered. We should step outside and talk. Set the library card by her and leave the room. Well, fuck. That kicks you in the emotional balls, doesn't it? Wonder if we can ever go back in there. Check on her. The lieutenant says, as soon as you've left the apartment, the balcony feels cool and quiet, with a stunning view over the district. What now? I'll call the station when we're finished with the day and let them know the name of the deceased. What about Billy and her kids? They'll manage. They have to. It's not your place to live their lives. That's it? That's it. We should get back to our case now that our duty here is done. Right. This is closed then. Let's go. I'm going to put my torch away now because, oh my god, it looks stupid when there's no reason to have it out. You know what looks even more stupid? A ceremonial sword. Let's absolutely carry that around instead. Oh, Christ! That felt so... That was painful. Jesus. You really feel that even though, you know, you're Harry Dubois. Except I'm not Harry Dubois because I'm trying to make him change his name, but I haven't quite figured out how to do that yet. It seems like it's possible, but it hasn't happened yet. Like, it seems like I'm able to give him another persona from doing this. I don't know. I don't know, but it doesn't seem to have made it through yet. I guess now we return to the lock. I'll see you guys when we arrive, because I got a lot of thinking to do on the way over there after what the fuck just happened. All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. Winter's grip on the city is loosening. The spring thaw is here. Finally. What now? Your shirt sticks to your chest. Shoulders of your jacket grow heavy. The cold finds its way under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you. What's in the west? Sheets of rain over the water. A flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an islet. Inlet. Fuck. Beyond the bay of Revachol, ghosts rise into the sky. Who are you, ghosts? The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps in from the office windows. Will you ever go there? Will I? No. I'm just one of the hundreds of thousands who will watch them rise across the bay from Martinaise every day. What's down the shore? Urban coastline. Rain dripping off ternite-covered roofs. Cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water. And beyond that, Coal City. End of all lines. Run your fingers through your dampened hair. Your hair is an oily mess, flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance. What's in the east? The great gates of the industrial harbour are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake the water from its hide. Clench your teeth to stop shuddering. Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers slick with rain. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour is an artificial mountain range. Immense wealth resides within, and immeasurable poverty in its shadow. And beyond that, La Dresienne, King Dries' passenger harbour, cruise ships flanked by dock arms, cranes watching over the mouth of the river, distributory. What is across the distributory? Coron, the lower middle class, distributory after distributory cuts the city blocks in half. 7-story buildings trail off into the rain. And what's beyond Coron? A silvery curtain of rain over the houses. The class divide. You have never been there. They don't need the law east of the river. What's in the north? Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play. The morning news. And closer to here? A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. Filthy water pools around a body. Droplets of rain slip from the dead man's cold cheeks. What's in the south? A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised. And the other side? The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops. Woodwork and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. Snows melt in Jamrock. Where the hood at? What the fuck? I have a brother in the cut where the wood at. I don't know what that is. A bad rap song, I assume. Why am I not there? To be in Martinaise, where no one goes. At the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal in the whitest part of town. In the shadow of the day the revolution failed. What am I doing here? Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland. Shudder. Look further. In the rain-swept distance above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink. What's above? More coalition aerostatics way up, where rain forms. Rotors flutter silently, and your sight clears. Motherfucker. This rain will not let up anytime soon. I'd recommend you put on your coat. I have got my coat on. Go fuck yourself. I like my coat. So what I'm looking for right now is that tree. I wanted to go there before I fucking found it. That was fucking convenient, wasn't it? How have I never been over here? Hawthorn tree. A hawthorn tree on Rue St. Ghislaine. Bronze-coloured ribbons of magnetic tape are caught in its branches, fluttering in the breeze. And just like promised, You've stood here for what seems like eons, guzzling in the sickly fumes of lorries and carriages. Okay. Piss off, nature, punch the tree. Good, Hawthorne. Patting the tree reveals a small sticker, which has almost been worn into oblivion. It reads RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102. Underneath a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant! The bronze ribbon twists around and within the branches in an intricately natural pattern. But there's something. What do I see? There's a twisted logic in this mess. You see the ends of the ribbon, the way it flows, how it twists and turns. It's all starting to make sense. It'll be easier to remove now. Leave. Special autopsy gloves, thank you. Although I think the autopsy gloves were the fingerless ones because I'm so incredibly smart. Here we go, I guess. I did save, right? Please, fuck, tell me I saved. Thank you. There we go. That took way more attempts than it should have at 58%, but oh well. With slow and deliberate motions, pulling, bending, and unraveling, you managed to extricate the magnetic tape from the branches. Okay, a bundle of magnetic tape. It curls up into a mess inside your pocket. If only you could find a way to re-spool it. Then you could hear what's on the tape. Maybe Roy from the pawn shop can help you with this. Lieutenant looks at the mess in your hands. Only after you successfully cleaned up the branches does the curiosity get him. What's the tape for? He asks. It's for Egghead. I promised to make his Van Eyck's jam hit a bit harder. Maybe this tape can help. Oh, it's broken and unspooled. You think your new buddy knows how to fix it? I think at least one of the ravers would know how to fix a broken tape if they wanted to set up a nightclub. You could also get it fixed at the pawn shop across the street. We shouldn't waste our time. He looks at a wristwatch a little impatiently. I'm going fast. Fuck you. I wonder if his supplies restock every now and then, or if it's always the same fucking stuff. Because, I don't know, I should probably be checking that out a little more often. Maybe there is just some, absolute god-tier clothes that'll boost everything by, 10. Although, to be honest, that'll probably make things worse. Like it says, you don't want everything too high. Hello.
Hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
You're so scary. Hey, do you know how to fix this? He looks at the bronze-coloured bundle in your hand. You mean re-spool it? Yeah, I do, but... Great, could you do it, please? This is important. I need to be able to play this tape for someone. He slowly finishes the thought. But I'm not some Mr. Fix-It. I'm a pawnbroker. If you want to pawn the tape, sure. Though it looks pretty worthless. Just to explain why you need this so much. He's bound to understand. Worthless? Roy, it's not worthless. This could be the next big thing for the local dance music scene. Huh? He slowly taps his fingers on the counter. What do you mean? Do you know that old church down on the coast? Yeah. What about it? I helped some young ravers turn the place into a nightclub, and they play these weird beats here, which they call anodic music. Is it any good? The music, I mean. No, that's the thing. You can't believe how unbelievably thin the beat is. There's nothing to it. No bass. It just goes bzz, bzz, bzz. But this tape could make it hardcore. Man, you're really invested in this. He looks at the bundle of tape in front of him. It shimmers under the shop's dazzling light show. Alright, I'll help you out. It's going to take a moment, so just sit back and relax. You take some time to look around the store. Look around in the store. The play of visuals all around the pawn shop is mesmerizing. Suddenly, Roy turns back to you with a reel of tape in his hands and coughs. You know these visuals would look super cool in the church. Oh, I see. Hey, those visuals you've got here, they would look great in the church. Yeah, I bet they would. All those lights in a massive church hall. He stares at the intricate interplay of light and shadow all around him, suddenly moved by the idea. Sanctuary filled with hand-picked positive photons. There'll be no room for sadness in such a place. It's a brilliant vision, but there's a but, isn't it? Well, yes, that's why he said it. There's always a but. Also, that was not a sentence. You and me, we can make this all become true. Mankind needs this. Yeah, man. No, he shakes his head. I rather like this place happy too. You know, where I work. This tape is all I can do for you and your friend's nightclub project. He nods at the fixed tape on the countertop. Looks like he really means it. There's no way to turn this around, I'm afraid. Well, thanks for the tape. Yeah, my pleasure. I do what I can for true passion projects. Just try not to use this tape for negative photon emissions. Take responsibility, okay? Well, that's another thing I probably should have done, you know, in the dead of night where it wouldn't have taken up precious time, but at least it's done. Egghead's gonna be a happy boy. We're just gonna keep progressing our relationship with basically everyone in the goddamn city, even though we're gonna piss off everyone by turning it into a fucking nightclub, but let's not think about that one, at least for now. We'll deal with the horrific consequences of that when they inevitably show up, and I'll see you guys further off into wherever the fuck we're going.